Alright, now it's time for loaded baked mashed potatoes. Yes, I said baked, because we are going to bake the mashed potatoes. Finishing up the bacon here. This is for our loaded mashed potatoes. I just took a couple pieces of bacon, cut it up into thin little strips. Or you can buy bacon bits. Whatever. I had bacon. Alright. We got our boiled potatoes here, as you'll see. And first, we're going to add a good amount of butter. Oh yeah. Butter. Then, some cream, half and half, or milk. I'm going to use cream because I have some left over from our other recipe. And salt and pepper. Some chives. Some sour cream. We didn't use a lot of milk or cream because I'm going to use sour cream. And the bacon. Alright. And now we're just going to mash that on up. Just like regular mashed potatoes. And then when we're done mashing them, I'll show you the bake part. Alright. They're mashed. Alright. Come over here. You want to have your oven preheated. 400 or so. Even 450, it really don't matter. We're going to toss these mashed potatoes in the pan. Yeah, they're just good to eat just the way they are right here. For real. I'm just trying to fancy it up. In case you want to impress guests or something, you can do some shit like this. So, get your mashed potatoes in your 9x13 cake pan. And take some finely shredded cheddar cheese. Great value. Oh yeah. Cover that up. Get a good old chunk of cheese in there. Never had too much cheese. Alright. Throw that in the oven for about, I don't know, let's say 20 minutes. 400. Till the cheese is melted real good and shit. And there you have it. Baked, loaded mashed potatoes. Alright, now we're going to make some brown gravy real quick. I got in here some of the juice from the roast. We didn't have enough, so I added some water, some beef stock, and if I can find it. Actually. And we got flour water mixture here to thicken up our gravy. Whoa! Yep, I'm messing. So we're going to let that come to a boil. And after that comes to a boil, we'll add our flour water mixture and thicken it up. Alright, our water's coming to a boil here. So we just want to add some of our flour water mixture here as we're stirring. right thickness. It'll take you a minute to get it right. And there you have it. Thicken it up a little bit, and there's your homemade brown gravy. Alright, now for what everybody's been waiting for, homemade gooey butter cake. And if you're from St. Louis, I'm sure you've had gooey butter cake. First, all you're going to need, yellow cake mix, half a cup of butter, and a couple eggs, and some cream cheese. Philadelphia cream cheese, of course, and vanilla. So first what we want to do, we'll feed processor here. Dump in our flour, our yellow cake mix actually. Just easier to use the yellow cake mix. Don't make the cake mix like it says on the box. It wouldn't be prudent. Half a cup of butter. And 1 egg. No shell. For those of you who don't like the background music, too bad. It's just a little too quiet. And we are going to mix it up real good. Don't turn it into like Play-Doh, like what we've got here. And that's about what you want. And then we're going to take that dough and put it in our pan. Alright, so now we're going to take our gooey butter cake crust, throw it right in here, and we're just going to mash it down there with our hands, back of a spoon, whatever. And we'll get that all spread out there, get some good edges on it, and then we'll be ready for our filling. Alright, so we have our crust prepared and it's in our pan. I bring it up the edges a little bit. And I'll show you when I put the filling in what else I do to make it look like one of them ones you get at the stove. Alright, so now the filling. 8-10 ounces of cream cheese, something like that. Where's my spoon in it? Get it up. So you want 8 ounces of cream cheese softened. So if you get, one of these tubs of this spreadable shit, that's probably more than 8 ounces because this is a 12-ounce bowl. Oh well, can't ever have too much cream cheese, huh? Excuse me. Oh, and by the way, over here on the stove we have some rolls that I'm proofing. I just bought some frozen rolls at the store. You need about 5 hours ahead of time. Put them on a cookie sheeter in a pan with some cookie spray. Cover them up with saran wrap. Let them rise. I started mine late, so I put them on the stove while the stove's on, and this one over here is rising quicker. But anyway, it takes about 5 hours to rise if you want to have some fresh rolls with your pot roast. Alright, back to the gooey butter cake. You want to slap 2 eggs in here, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a box of powdered sugar. It looks like a teaspoon to me. And then you're just going to blend all this up. You might want to probably slowly add the powdered sugar. I don't know. Mix this all up and then you'll be ready to put it into the pan and slap her in the oven, which should be preheating at 350 right now, by the way. So as soon as this is mixed up, we'll get it put into the cake pan and we'll be ready to put it in the oven. Alright, so we got our filling all mixed up, and if you look, it looks like a real good custard in there. Looks like what we got going. Take our blade out, hence the gooey part. Gooey butter cakes. And we're just going to pour that in there. Trusty ghetto spatula. And we're just going to scrape the edges there. Scrape the blade. You want all the gooey you can get. That's what she said. Alright, so then we're going to take our filling, spread it into the crust that we have earlier prepared. Get it in there like that. Tell me that don't look good. Look at that. Man, that is going to be good. And you know John likes him some gooey butter cake. Alright, now, this is what I like to do to make it look like that shit you get in the store. Take your crust and take your thumb, push down. Don't push down all the way, okay? Because believe me, this shit's gonna rise. So just push it down a little bit. Just push it down a little bit, you know, like I said, about halfway down the pan maybe. Depending on how much you start out with when you put your cake pan in. That was good shit. Now it's ready to go in the oven. You're looking at, I don't know, where's that rag at? Alright. You're looking at 350 degrees for about 40 minutes, maybe longer depending on your elevation, you know. That's what all recipes say anyway. So I don't know what the hell elevation has to do with it, but I'm sure it does. So, like I said, 350, 40 minutes or so, maybe 50. Slap her on in there. And through the magic of TV editing, we'll be back with your gooey butter cake. All right, our gooey butter cake's been in for about 40 minutes or so. And that's what you're looking at. Then you're going to want to take powdered sugar. This actually may be just a tad bit overcooked, but it's not going to hurt anything. And purdy it up. What's for dinner? What's for dessert? Gooey butter cake. There you have it. So there you have it. Slow cooked pot roast, loaded baked mashed potatoes, homemade gravy, and rolls. What's for dinner? That's what's for dinner.